Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar wasn't born as the most powerful man in Rome. In fact, when he was young, his family name was respected but not especially influential in politics. Rome at the time was a republic, meaning power was supposed to be shared between elected officials and the Senate. Caesar understood something early. Military success could turn a politician into a legend. He joined the Roman army and slowly built a reputation as a brilliant commander. His biggest opportunity came when he was given control of Roman armies in Gaul, a region that covers much of modern France and parts of Belgium and Switzerland. Over nearly a decade of campaigns, Caesar defeated numerous tribes and expanded Roman territory massively. His soldiers became extremely loyal to him because he fought alongside them and rewarded them well after victories. Meanwhile, in Rome, people were hearing constant stories about his victories, but his success also made many politicians nervous. Powerful men in the Senate feared that Caesar was becoming too popular and too powerful. Eventually, tensions exploded into a civil war between Caesar and another powerful Roman general, Pompey. Caesar made one of the most famous decisions in history when he crossed the Rubicon River with his army in 49 BC. Roman law said generals could not enter Italy with their troops. By crossing that river, Caesar was declaring war on the Roman government. He won. After defeating his rival, Caesar became the most powerful man in Rome. The Senate even gave him the title dictator for life. For many Romans, that was the moment things went too far. Rome had overthrown kings centuries earlier, and many senators believed Caesar was trying to become one. So a group of conspirators formed a plan. More than 60 senators joined the plot, including people Caesar trusted. One of them was Marcus Junius Brutus, a man Caesar reportedly treated almost like a son. On March 15th, 44 BC, during a Senate meeting, the conspirators surrounded Caesar. One senator grabbed him from behind, and the others began stabbing him. Caesar tried to defend himself at first, but once he saw Brutus among the attackers, he reportedly stopped resisting. By the time the attack ended, Caesar had been stabbed 23 times. The conspirators believed they had saved the Roman Republic. Instead, his death triggered years of civil wars that eventually led to the rise of the Roman Empire. Grigori Rasputin. Rasputin's story is completely different from most powerful figures in history. He wasn't a general, a politician, or a noble. He was born in a small Siberian village and lived a simple life as a peasant. But as he grew older, people started believing he had strange spiritual abilities. Some claimed he could heal the sick or predict events. Eventually, Rasputin traveled across Russia as a wandering religious figure. His life changed when he somehow gained access to the Russian royal court led by Nicholas II, the last emperor of Russia. The royal family had a huge secret. Their son Alexei suffered from hemophilia, a disease that makes it extremely difficult for blood to clot. Even a small injury could become life-threatening. Doctors couldn't help much, but the royal family believed Rasputin could calm the boy and reduce his symptoms. Because of this, Rasputin gained enormous influence over the royal family. Over time, rumors began spreading across Russia that Rasputin had too much control over political decisions. Many nobles believed the empire was being manipulated by a mysterious outsider. Some even accused him of corruption and scandalous behavior. By 1916, a group of aristocrats decided Rasputin had to go. One night, they invited him to a palace in St. Petersburg. They served him cakes and wine filled with poison that should have killed him quickly. But according to the famous story, Rasputin didn't die. When the poison seemed to have no effect, one of the conspirators shot him. They believed he was dead, until he suddenly stood up and tried to escape the palace courtyard. Panicked, the attackers shot him again. Finally, they tied his body and threw it into the icy Neva River. When his body was recovered later, it became one of the most talked about assassinations in Russian history. Only months later, the Russian monarchy itself would collapse during the Russian Revolution. Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein's rise to power was slow and strategic. He was born in a poor village inn and had a difficult childhood. Instead of coming from wealth or royalty, he climbed the political system step by step. As a young man, he joined the Ba'ath Party, a political movement that aimed to unite Arab countries and modernize the region. Saddam quickly gained a reputation for being extremely tough and loyal to the party. By the late 1970s, he had positioned himself close to Iraq's leadership. In 1979, he officially became the president of Iraq. Almost immediately, he showed how he planned to rule. Shortly after taking power, he held a meeting with top party officials and accused several members of betrayal. Many of them were arrested and executed soon after. This sent a clear message: opposition would not be tolerated. During his rule, Iraq entered a long and brutal war that lasted 8 years and caused enormous casualties on both sides. Later, in 1990, Saddam made another risky move by invading. This triggered the Gulf War, where a coalition of countries countries led by the forced Iraqi forces to withdraw. Even after losing that war, Saddam remained in power for years. But everything changed in 2003 when the United States and its allies invaded Iraq again. The Iraqi government collapsed quickly, and Saddam disappeared. For months, soldiers searched for him across the country. Finally, in December 2003, he was found hiding in a small underground bunker known as a spider hole. After being captured, he was put on trial and later executed in 2006.